Hey y'all, my name is Ashley Nicole Phillips, and I am a channel for the divine. You are tuned into my Facebook community live, either live or on a playback watch on my music channel, Ashley Nicole Music on YouTube. I heal through my inner space, zealotry seeking God within, prayer meditation, to grow into greater conscious awareness, as well as greater conscious embodiment of my limitless potentials. I channel these healing frequencies, healing wisdoms, remembrances to my music. Again, Ashley Nicole Music, available to stream on YouTube. And then we also have my podcast, Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips, which is available to stream for free on YouTube and Spotify, as well as Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment, which is available to stream for free on YouTube. Again, I heal through the inner space, zealotry seeking God within, power. I call them power sessions whenever I'm coming through the inner space with ancestral forces, galactic and beyond forces, to come into greater conscious awareness, conscious embodiment of the limitless unity, harmony in which all things truly are. In the masses, we are awakening into remembrance, rising out of this dense throng of frequencies where we are aligned with thought patterns, understandings of our existential nature, which were far less than what we truly are, antiquated understandings. We are limitless. We are raising our frequency vibrations into greater galactic consciousness, universal consciousness, celestial consciousness, oneness consciousness, to remember the limitless potentials in which we've always been. Subscribe if you're watching on YouTube for the Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment watchers, as well as the Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips watchers, as well as the Ashley Nicole Music watchers. Follow if you're watching on Spotify for the Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips watchers on Spotify. Again, so in the community lives here, I'm gonna, this is mukbang style, so I will be eating my dinner, and then we're gonna channel whatever Spirit puts on our heart spaces. You know, we're going through a lot as a collective, as all of God's creation. We're rising, we're growing into divine remembrance. We readily call all things, or the infinite omnipotent power, potential, energies, and paradigms, as well as paradigms. This infinite omnipotent power, energies, is also like infinite other paradigms beyond our synaptical understanding in any moment. Limitless paradigms beyond our synaptical understanding at any moment. We call this omnipotent power, energy, God. Divine evolution, Shekinah, Brahman, Hashem, the Most High Prime Source. All of God's creation is regenerating, awakening. And the way we fix our thought patterns and the energies that we align with and fall into and embody, co-create our emanation, our authentic frequency to assist with the evolution of all things. Little quantum mechanics, little quantum physics. Our energy as our embodiment of energy, our authentic frequency, ripples out, emanates into divine evolution, or God, Allah, Shekinah, Brahman, Hashem, Prime Source, the Most High. We assist with the way Allah, Brahman, Prime Source, Hashem, God, the Most High, evolves and grows and shapes and creates and bees. How beautiful and magnificent are we? I channeled in my podcast. I was catalyzed onto my spiritual awakening journey to come into greater conscious awareness of the limitless potentials in which all things are. And I started channeling in my podcast, again, Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips, which is available to stream for free on YouTube and Spotify, as well as Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment, which is available to stream for free on YouTube. Channel my journey and ancestral forces, transcendentally and otherwise. Right now I'm channeling. Channel ancestral forces and energies and beings from the celestial bodies and beyond. Celestial bodies is a concept. The way we perceive the galaxy, stars, solar system is a concept, or an orchestration of the paradigms of our synaptical understanding of evolution or creation or ourselves or divine. Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. The title of this transmission, Becoming Consciously Aware of Our Galactic Universal Oneness Consciousness Beingness. We've always only been limitless. We've always only been omnipotent. We've always only been celestial, galactic, oneness consciousness, where we understand the way we perceive ourselves, the way we're tuned to perceive ourselves in any moment is an iota, a dimension of our omnipotent expression, an iota, a dimension of our limitless perspective capabilities, a dimension iota of all things. And our dimension iota being wonderful and beautiful and grand and omnipotent because it assists with the evolution of all things. We pray to be, I pray, and I hope that you pray to be in alignment with your highest timeline potentials, or who you manifested as. Insert your name back into divine evolution, blossoming back into divine evolution as insert your name. I hope you set the intention to be your highest timeline evolution, to assist with the upliftment and regeneration of all things, to be a frequency that creates wellness for all things, by you just being your authentic self, by you just journeying your authentic evolution, by you being your soul's authentic calling, wisdoms, wellness, frequencies. I channel within Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips. It's an installment titled Redemption. And I transcendentally channel Rabbi Yeshua, most commonly known as Jesus Christ. Again, this is mukbang style, so I'm going to be eating my dinner. Most commonly known as Jesus Christ. And he was sharing, we were symbiotically healing with the universal ancestral forces and sharing and remembering into how we were out of alignment as a human culture, human nature for eons. With our universal consciousness, our celestial consciousness, or our frequencies being, or our frequencies being an uplifting regenerative force for all things, we were out of alignment with this. Why? Because we focused our intentions, our prayers, our manifestations, what we wanted, what we needed, what we desired, on a minuscule dimension of ourselves. We believed and fell into a throng of energies, dense frequencies, shrinking scope, consciousness, understanding of ourselves. We believed the way we perceive in this moment, the iota of the limitless, infinite dimensions in which all things are, in which we truly are. We believe that how we perceive in this moment is what it is what will be, what is possible. Or we had a narcissistic disposition on what is possible, or what we thought about ourselves in all things. And we prayed and hoped for miracles, forgetting that miracles and answered prayers is who we truly are. When we open up our energy or relax into love. Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips. I have an installment called Relax into Love, and I channel about this remembrance of how we are one with the quantum field. We are one with the omnipotent energy, which is all things. We are one with the omnipotent power, which is all things, most commonly termed God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. But when we have dense thought patterns or limiting beliefs that we perceive as the end-all, be-all, we perceive as what it is, with forgetting that, with the forgetfulness out of alignment with the remembrance that reality, ourselves, existence is infinite, limitless potentials. When we align with these stark paradigms of belief, we become calcified in our energy, which doesn't allow the energy of all things, miraculous happenings or limitless potentials, energies to be us, to be one with us, to magnetize and shift and shape our existence into wellness and balance, and miraculous happenings and answered prayers are who and what we truly are. Channeling, and whatever resonates with your heart, great. As I speak, as we all speak, as we exist, we emanate frequencies of wellness, divine remembrance, divine evolution. There's a lot going on in our reality. There's another note that I typed up earlier. Atonement. We're atoning with ourselves. We're atoning with ourselves. Or facing the energies that we are made of. In order to alchemize, acknowledge the energies that we are into the wisdoms, heightened frequencies, energies of wellness and balance and limitless potentials. There's a lot going on. And I've been channeling and speaking about the a lot in the lives. I've been touching on a bit of it. And I've been able to perceive how we align with different frequencies or understandings. Right? And these frequencies or understandings animate how we show up in reality and how we operate. Atonement, facing the energies that we are made of. In order to alchemize, acknowledge the energies that we are made of. Atonement, let me read that one more time. Atonement, facing the energies that we are made of. In order to alchemize, acknowledge the energies that we are into the wisdoms, heightened frequency, energies of wellness and balance and limitless potentials. Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips, 2033. Prophecy, by the year 2033, we will be a galactic species of the cosmos. Beings of divine evolution or God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. With no disease, no death, no war, no ephemeral peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. This already exists, this already is. In many dimensions on our planet, limitless infinite realm our planet is. Many species on our planet, limitless infinite species and divine evolution which are connected, or the galaxies, cosmos, universes which are one with our planet. I've been channeling this no death, no disease, no war, no ephemeral peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking since I started my podcast, Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips, as well as Oneness, Connection, Energetic Upliftment. Just saying what the soul puts on my heart to speak and share and say. As I heal through the inner space, dealertree, speaking God within, I come into greater conscious awareness and heightened frequencies, expanded consciousness, understandings of divine evolution. My perspective of divine evolution is a unique lingo to me. Because it's how I relate with the cosmos. And the way I channel everything, it's like, hey, y'all are galactic celestial consciousness beings. Just the way just like the way the celestial body is aligned and moves in a symphonic algorithm motion, so do our existences. All beings, all things, including us humans of divine evolution of planet Earth. So as I speak, it's as I share the wisdoms, it's one with all of our understandings. And however you understand anything at any moment, that's your contribution to the evolution of all things. I said that to say I was channeling no death, no disease, no war, no ephemeral peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. My brain, there was energies that we're all truly one with. Or the limiting beliefs of who we thought we were. Where we thought that death, the thoughts that perpetuated the energies and thoughts that perpetuated the notion that death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, maybe not pedophilia. Because I don't think none of us was like, oh, pedophilia is a way of life. So we'll leave that one out. Death, disease, the notions that said death, disease, war, famine, poverty, war, were human nature. Those limiting beliefs that said that's a part of our human nature. Right? I was like, how is there going to be no death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace? I was like, okay, yes, I'm saying it because that's what the soul's put it on my heart to say. I'm channeling it. I'm healing to come into alignment with understandings and an awakening to greater quotients and embodiments and expanded consciousness of celestial, galactic, oneness, universal consciousness. And I perceive it. We are it. I be it. We are it. all things are truly here and now. We know that through our sciences. And I'll share my experiences. I won't just be a broken record about it. I'll share my experiences. We are truly light. We are truly lucid. The paradigms, how we see ourselves as bone and blood and cells and molecules, mitochondria, all types of things. Riboflavin. Those are part of those limiting beliefs. The paradigms. We are light. We are galactic and beyond forces, energies. And the way we manifest is a direct correlation to our thought patterns and what we believe in, how we believe. I'm gonna share with y'all what I'm eating. I'm eating a rice bowl. I have zucchini squash, baked zucchini squash, baked carrot, potatoes. And I also have an order for large fries from McDonald's. And I have a dessert over here as well. Blueberry lemon cupcake. My mom's actually bakes these from scratch. Blueberry lemon cupcake. So, like, I would have questions. So I'm channeling, and our process because it's truly one. It's recorded in my podcast. As far as I share my stories about awakening, and I share the wisdoms that the divine, the soul, universal, galactic forces intends for me to catalog in my timeless podcast to assist as we all awaken to greater conscious awareness, conscious embodiment of our limitless potentials, galactic, celestial, oneness, universal consciousness. Remember, it's how we're connected to all things. So I share my experiences, my spiritual experiences in my podcast, as well as the wisdoms. You get Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips is available to stream for free on YouTube and Spotify. And then Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment on YouTube. So raising out. Raising into greater conscious awareness and alignment with energies of our limitless nature. Remembering that we are light. And I know we all have Kingdom Things Podcast call to action. Sit with yourself every day. Ask yourself, hey soul, hey self, what is it that I need to know to come into greater conscious awareness, as well as greater conscious embodiment of my limitless potentials? Wait for the answers because they will come. Your lingo with the universe is probably unique to yourself. Whatever, the answers that you get, trust yourself, validate yourself so you become more comfortable to grow and evolve into more of your limitless wellness and balance, contribution to the evolution of all things, for the upliftment and regeneration of all things, the limitless potentials, all being well beyond our synaptical, conscious and unconscious understanding of all. But the more we're connected to this all, limitless potentials, infinite paradigms of evolution and existence. I say that because my experience is these incantations I would put on my soul to share, like validate yourself in your knowings, baby. Blessing, need the guidance, blessings. I channeled Enki and Enlil, the Anunnaki of Sumeria and Nibiru. I'll link the installment below for the playback watchers. The installment is in the title is 12 Strand DNA activation, and I'm nervous to share this because because these experiences are so beyond, they're well beyond our illusion of finite. One is galactic consciousness, universal consciousness, perception experiences. So I channel Enlil and Enki. Of Sumeria, the Sumerian gods, ancestors from Nibiru, planet Nibiru. And you can actually research, you can pray and meditate and ask about these things. You can also research because we have documented historical findings in regards to the story of Enki and Enlil and the Sumerian beings. Anunnaki of Sumeria, Mesopotamia, the sky people. Anunnaki is translated to sky people of Sumeria, Mesopotamia. I channel Enki and Lil, right? And when I first started channeling Enki and Lil, my podcast, I don't ask the soul. My soul be like, the divine, my soul, my future self, God, be which is truly one. They're like, hey, Ashley, don't go look for ancestral forces or beings, anybody to channel for your podcast. We're going to send them to you. So when I go into prayer and meditation, I live prayer and meditation now. But when I go into prayer and meditation, the ancestral forces will come to me, will heal, and they'll be like, hey, channel me on your podcast. That's how I channel Lil and Enki. And when I first channeled Enki, like I perceived that there was in our collective energies and limiting beliefs in regards to who the Anunnaki were. I perceive that they're demonized in a lot of aspects, and I channeled a lot of things in the podcast. I healed up about it with the ancestral forces. My ear. I channeled up about it, and then it's like all of a sudden I can hardly hear it this year. All of a sudden, I channeled Enki and Lil, right? And all throughout my podcast, I heal the inner space and share celestial, galactic, and beyond wisdoms of how the way we perceive reality in any beings and the stories that we perceive about reality in any beings, understand that's a story that we're translating through our conscious awareness of evolution or existence or of ourselves. So the way we perceive beings or anything as demons or demonize them, those understandings are filtered through our precepts. So we're really seeing ourselves, we're really perceiving ourselves to heal our own energy. If you perceive anybody else as a demon, you're really seeing yourself to inquire about yourself, to grow and evolve ourselves into more wellness and balance, more upliftment, more limitless potentials, more abundant, thoughtful beings, existence. So I started channeling Enki and Lil, and there was a couple comments like, okay, like that's not good. Oh, she's channeling Enki. That's not good. Like she's compromised. I'm like, and I don't listen to it that hard like that, because I know my process of channeling ancestors. I know my process of channeling anything. I know how deep I get into my soul space. I know how I sit in this soul space in the spirit, and I'm getting so many abundant wisdoms and benevolent remembrances of how to be wellness. How to be no death, no disease, no war, no famine, war, peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. Understanding that death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking are consequences or manifestations of the ripples of our energy. So I'd sit in the spirit deep and ancestral forces from near and wide, all types of dimensions, galaxies, paradigms that come through and be like, hey, Ashley, and it's so beautiful because they share with me how they know to share with me for me to perceive what it is that I need to perceive as being a being that's awakening from the illusion of being finite. So I know my process when I get into the spirit and I sit with ancestral forces and we love, we pray, we rise, we remember, and we share in my podcast. So when anybody has anything to say negative or about what I do, what I share, I'm learning not to take that to heart or take it like learn from it. Hey, so what is it trying to teach me about myself? But not take it so personally. In the way that I know the intentions of what I'm doing to be wellness. That's the conscious intentions. And best believe I run into paradigms and subconscious energies all the time that are out of alignment with what I think I'm consciously creating. And that's a part of evolution. And I pray to be safeguarded by the soul, by the spirit, to be an energy of wellness, not to perpetuate imbalance, not to perpetuate disease, death, war, famine, poverty, and all the other imbalances that create strife and forgetfulness, that we're limitless, magic, beautiful, mystical, great, omnipotent, family. All beings, all things were family. So I'm sitting in the spirit and I channel Enki and Lil. I thought I had missed the... Again, I'm linking the episode, the installment below. Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips installment. It has like 12 strand DNA in the title. That's part of the title. And then interdimensional panel channel, galactic panel channel. That's part of the title. So I channeled Enki and Lil in this installment, and I thought I messed up. I was like, oh my gosh, because I'm relatively new to channeling. I've been channeling consciously. We're always only channeling. But I've been consciously, transcendentally, and otherwise channeling for since 2021. Like 5 years now. A little less than 5 years now. So I thought I messed up. But they're like, no, we wanted you to perceive something, actually. How we're truly one. I know we have these names, Enki and Lil. I know you have your name, Ashley. I know my name is Ashley. Your name is whoever your name is, right? That's your perspective of who you are. But truly, we're all one energy. And I can shift my consciousness into your consciousness. You can shift your consciousness into my consciousness, just as Enki and Lil did in my podcast. Just as before we channeled in the podcast in this way to show how we're all truly one. All beings, all things are one. Before we did that in the podcast, I was awakening to this conscious awareness. So I didn't have conscious awareness of this remembrance that all things are truly one. And we play a game, we play our dimensionality and our game and for fun that I'm Ashley, you're who you are, but we're one consciousness. On like Freaky Friday, like we're truly one consciousness, truly and always and only. And we're going to wake up to more infinite, limitless understandings of our oneness. And this is what we're waking up to now. This is a part of this awakening. So I had a multidimensional experience before I channeled this installment. Again, it's linked below for the Playback Watchers. 12 Strand DNA, Interdimensional Galactic Panel Channel. Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips. Spiritual Stream on YouTube and Spotify. Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment, Spiritual Stream on YouTube. I recently I channeled this understanding, an exemplification of this beingness, of this limitless truth, our oneness and oneness connection, energetic upliftment. It's the Human Biology and Evolution Part 2. We channeled this way as well. The way I channeled Enki and Lil, and the way they showed me before we actually channeled in the podcast, I was having a multidimensional experience. And I perceived that I was like Enki or in Lil, like both of them. And like, it was a multidimensional experience where like reality shifted and I could perceive through my inner space. I was somewhere else in a different dimension of space and time. And I was like, whoa. And they're like, we're going to show you stuff that we hope you understand it. And then so I was in one, the consciousness was in one body. And then it switched to another body or another dimension of space and time. I was like, whoa. And then I understood. I was like, y'all switch y'all's consciousness? You and Enki? Like Enki and Lil? I asked them, I was like, Enki and Lil, y'all switch y'all's consciousness? Yeah, they said yes. For spiritual purposes, spiritual endeavors, when we needed to, yes. Like, you think you're standing in front of Enki? No, could you see Enki's vessel? No, it's truly in Lil's consciousness. You think you're standing in front of, and Lil, Enki, it's truly one. The one energy of all things. And the way we put names and paradigms and form and shape dimensionality or limitation, which creates the illusion of form. It's a part of the game. We weren't supposed to take on the game as our identity or the dimensions, the form, the shape, the illusions. We're always only supposed to remember that we're the limitless potentials, omnipotent force, playing the game. The consciousness that is all things. And the names, the identities, the formats, the formulas, the dimensions, perspectives, perceptions, thought patterns, belief systems are a part of the game to create the form in the game. I was like, whoa. So I had that experience, and then I channeled them in the podcast shortly after that. And they started channeling through me. They're like, I'm Enki. And they started talking. And Enki started talking. And I'm in Lil. And Lil started talking. Excuse me, y'all. And Lil started talking. I was like, whoa. And it just kept on toggling back and forth. I was like, whoa. I was like, you're going too fast. So I thought I messed up. They were like, no, actually, we wanted to show you something. We're really, everything is truly one. And we're helping y'all. This transmission is to help y'all to loosen y'all's energy and y'all's thought patterns, y'all narcissistic disposition of who y'all are, to allow in the understandings and the experiences and harmony of your oneness with all things. That's what we get into the telepathy, ESP, multidimensional faculties, shamanism, telepathy. I'll speak on the things that I actually consciously partake in. As we all start awakening to these things, there's fear paradigms that come up about being rejected, not accepted. I'm still going to share. right? I'm going to share. Because what we're awakening from like a hive mentality, where we attract and magnetize to one another based off of our belief systems. And now that we're awakening from these belief systems and we're all blossoming into beautiful exotic flowers with dimensions and energies that are our soul, that are our frequency, that are our energies that spawn from near and wide, infinite dimensions, correlating to where our souls, our energies, our frequencies have been, where we are, truly are, because all things are here and now. But we have this linear understanding of reality where we reincarnate, or our souls have been in many places at different times, truly all things are here and now, and we're awakening, we're blossoming to the wisdoms of who our souls are, where our souls have been, or where our souls are, because all things are truly here and now. Wisdoms and remembrances and experiences that our souls have been, that our souls are, because all things are truly here and now. Wisdoms from our experiences, from whatever being, whatever planet, whatever dimension, whatever existence, whatever beingness we are, in which we garnered wisdoms and understandings and evolution that are our frequency, our beautiful, authentic, limitless, infinite frequencies, in which we're blossoming back into, embodying once more. From being in a calcified, dense, energetic, narcissistic disposition state. We have these thought patterns that said death, disease, war, famine, poverty were human nature. These narcissistic, dense energies manifested the death, disease, famine, poverty, disease, pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking. The pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking coming from out of the darkness. We're thinking this in our history books. It doesn't happen anymore. It never stopped. The pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking. You can read about it in history books, but from ancient times, it never stopped. It's coming out of the darkness to be revealed, because what this dense, narcissistic disposition of who we are that manifested the death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking is being alchemized, or what we're atoning with ourselves. Facing the energies that we are made of in order to alchemize or acknowledge the energies that we are, in order to shift the energies that we are into heightened wisdoms, frequencies of energies, wellness, balance, and limitless potentials, just as all of the places that we've been that have always only been one with us. The dimensions of reality and beings and spaces and places that we incarnated as, that are truly here and now. We're activating back online to these frequencies, this oneness, celestial, galactic, universal consciousness, to get the remembrances and the extrasensory perceptive experiences, to embody the remembrances, the energies of wellness and balance, to assist with no death, no disease, no war, no famine, no peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. And that's how I came into the remembrance that this is so possible. This is what it is. We're awakening to this. We were asleep to this. We were dormir. We were sleeping. There are infinite other dimensions that are looking at us, one with us, helping us, guiding us to remember that we are wellness. No death, no disease, no war, no famine, no peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking isn't a fantasy. It's status quo. In infinite dimensions of divine evolution, or God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. We are awakening from the energies, the narcissistic, stark, dense energies that says that you're dreaming, or get your head out of the cloud if you believe balance and wellness and limitless potentials is a farce. No, death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking was a game that we were playing. The illusions to garner wisdoms, to be beings of divine evolution, a new species, a newer species, a contributing species to an ancient eons old species. All these paradigms are true at this. All these paradigms are true at the same time. Willed our limitless nature as beings of the cosmos, galactic evolution, divine evolution, God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, with wisdom and peace and wellness. Remembering that we're family, guarding the wisdom of what it felt like to be a being that was calcified as the energies that perpetuate death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking. Be the wellness from that. Be the wisdoms from that. To no longer perpetuate these imbalances. Thank you, ancestral forces. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. These paradigms that we're awakening from, These paradigms are the nature of our biology evolved. So I experienced telepathy, multidimensional experiences, multidimensionality, telepathy. I perceive myself, I astral travel, and I can perceive it as a form of, what's it called, teleporting. Because I see my light body step to the side and step through portals and things like this, and my soul's, I've had okay, I'll share this experience. I was in the kitchen washing dishes, and I was having a telepathic conversation with the Afro-Galactic race. Afro-Galactic species. Afro-Galactic, they said it's actually Afro-Galactic species. An Afro-Galactic species. And I was like, whoa. I was like, shoot, it's so beautiful and heartwarming. Because I grew up going from grade school, elementary school, I grew up with like 8 times out of 10, I'm the only black student in the class, or maybe there's one other black student in the class. I grew up like this. And then fast forward to here and now, this space and time that I am now, this consciousness, growth and evolution that I am now, where I'm telepathically, multidimensionally communicating with the Afrocentric star being race. Where next to everybody looks like me. They also have family members that have albinism. We call it albinism. They just showed me in my mind's eye that like some of us are white like that, like albinism. I was like, whoa, cool. We see this in Africa readily. All the melanated people, and then you'll have family members with albinism in Africa. You say that all the time. They're like, yes, it's like this for us as well. I'm like, whoa, cool. So I'm having this telepathic conversation with this Afro being star race, and we're healing and growing, and I'm like connecting to their frequency. I'm like, whoa, and I can feel the galactic frequencies, healing frequencies, and they were like, everything is a mind, body, soul orchestration, universal orchestration. I know in the spiritual community, there's a lot of hesitancy to dive into spirit, to remember that we're one with spirit. We've never been separate from spirit. That's an illusion. Again, identifying ourselves as the paradigms of limitation or finite, or the game, the illusions, instead of understanding, and then being weary about our spirituality, instead of understanding that we are the spirit and the game is the illusion. We weren't supposed to calcify in a perspective perception where we identified as the illusion or the game. We were supposed to remember that we are the spirit having the game experience of the illusion of finite. I say that to say, I know that I'm safe when I have these experiences. So I could perceive my soul. They were like, would you like to come learn with us? Like to come study with us? And I could see my soul was like, yes, actually, it's perfectly fine. I was like, yes, I would. And then they were like, and then I was still washing dishes. And then I saw a dimension of myself, my light body, step out of my conscious awareness form. And then a portal opened up in my living room. It was like teal blue energies. I was like, whoa. And then my light body, a dimension of my light body stepped into the portal, and the portal closed. And my soul said, you'll get the remembrances later. I said, and I was still watching this. I said, okay. I was like, whoa. And then a few minutes later, the portal opened back up, and then I came out of the portal again. I came kind of flying out of the portal. I must have had an experience. I came kind of flying out the portal, and then my light body stepped back into my body. After I have these experiences, I'll get an uptick of divine remembrances of how space and time and beyond works, as told by my perspective perception, or the way that I understand these things to be, which are one synonymous with healing frequencies, wisdoms. And then I channel in the podcast how I'm guided to channel in the podcast, share the wisdoms from these experiences. So that's many experiences. And then I also shared about Harry Potter or Hogwarts. I shared about that experience. This happened like 3 years ago, like almost 3 years ago now, and I didn't share about it because again, being afraid to be seen as crazy, when the truth is, like, not to condemn us, but to believe that we're one with the limitation, and to fall asleep in the limitation and play in the game and believe that's who we are. That the Ancestral Force is like, that's the crazy. That's the crazy. Don't don't take things to heart like that, because that's truly the crazy. Believing that we're one with the limitation, the game, the death, disease, war, famine, poverty. That's truly the crazy. You're awakening from the crazy, coming back into your divine mind. Remembering that everything is limitless. Everything, and my soul told me this a long time ago, and it's how my soul started awakening me to the remembrances of our divine limitless potentials, multidimensional infinite potentials. Whenever we write a story or tell a story or write a book, read a book, or write a movie, play, any type of creative song, any type of creative endeavor, understanding we're picking up pings and vibrations and frequencies of realms of reality, dimensionality, where whatever that song is about, whatever that book is about, whatever that movie is about, whatever that show is about, that's that dimension's actual reality. And we'll pick up these frequencies and call it creativity and turn it into plays and movies and shows. That's a dimension of reality. It's actual reality. So when I had the Hogwarts experience, I shared about the multidimensional experience. I'll share about it again. I was in a prayer meditative state during the daytime. I was guided to walk outside. So I walked outside. I walked outside. I heard in my inner space, Dumbledore. And yeah, from Harry Potter, he's like, it's a formal invitation. We would love to have you at Hogwarts. Mind you, like a lot of other people, I grew up watching Harry Potter. Like, I love Harry Potter. So like, I knew it was a full circle moment manifestation. I went outside, walked outside, was guided to walk outside. I walked outside to the front yard, heard through my inner space it was Dumbledore's voice. Here's a formal invitation to Hogwarts, to be a student at Hogwarts. I was like, but it was clairaudiently, it was loud. I was like, I couldn't miss it. I was like, yes. He was like, okay, we'll see you tonight in your sleep state. When you're in your sleep state. I was like, okay, yes. Mind you, I've had plenty of other multidimensional experiences where I'm in my sleep state, astral. I commune and study and grow and evolve. Studying meaning align with wisdoms of our existential fundamental nature, of infinite existential fundamental natures, to be wellness and balance, frequencies of wellness and balance, to assist with uplifting, regenerating all things. We most commonly term all things God, Allah, Shekinah, Perm Source, the Most High, Brahman. So but my soul knew that I was like, okay, is this real? So I was like, I was still sitting outside. I was like, whoa. I was like, well, see you in your sleep state. I said, okay, cool. I was like, what? And then, like, there's a bush near the garage, and I just felt compelled, like, guided to walk over to the bush. I walked over to the bush, and sure enough, there's a little bumblebee on one of the green leaves on the bush. My soul said, Ashley, look up the definition of bumblebee. I said, okay. So I went inside and I looked on the computer. I looked at the definition of bumblebee. And one of the first hits was Dumbledore. Part of his name means I think Dumbledore means bumblebee. I was like, the soul was like, believe it, Ashley. I said, and sure enough, I would go to sleep. I went to sleep at night, and I would wake up more magical, mystical, more divinely remembered. Right, there were wisdoms coming through. We call it downloads in spirituality. Get downloads of wisdoms coming through, and all types of things. I was like, whoa, shoot! I seen reality bend and shift and shape in all types of ways. Being guided to Google just one word, and I would Google the one word. Like during this time, I Googled the one word, and the first hit would be, it was like a being from Harry Potter's universe. It was like an animal or something, Harry Potter's universe. I can't remember what it was. I was just guided to Google this word. I did it, and it was an animal from Harry Potter's universe. And that's how the energy soul was teaching me, like, actually believe it, this is real. And I was carrying that Hogwarts energy. So my reality was reflecting it. I Googled that one word. It was Harry Potter was the first hit. I was like, whoa, shit. I was like, whoa. Reality has no choice but to shift shape to mirror our energy. So no death, no disease, no war, no famine, no peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. That is on us. Not in a way to put pressure on us, but Understanding that we create this. We create our reality with the way we show up in reality. Again, sit with yourself every day. Ask yourself, hey self, what is it that I need to know to come into greater conscious awareness, as well as greater conscious embodiment of my limitless potential to assist with the wellness and balance that is all things. Highest timeline potentials is universally aligned, universally assigned. To assist with no death, no disease, no war, no famine, no peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, human trafficking, not even trafficking, and more. So shall it be. All things are coming to light because we're atoning. We're atoning. So the Epstein files and all of the corruption and abuses from all governments all over our planet. Elite societies from all over our planet. All the corruption coming to light. It's a part of us being able to face ourselves. The darkness coming to the light. We face our energy. It's no longer hiding. Ask ourselves, hey self, what is this in my reality trying to teach me about myself, about my energy? So I can garner the wisdoms, be the wisdoms, to be the wellness. Alchemy of evolution, instead of the stark paradigms and believing that we're the game, instead of remembering and embodying the energies of the limitless potentials in which we truly have always been. I really wanted to share these wisdoms. And so I set these intentions. So I just got to relax. Because I don't do much pre-production when it comes to the community lives. I typed up some notes today. I just know to relax and allow the soul to guide. And I get the understandings of my inner space to speak understandings. And I want to be the wellness. And I think by being the wellness and speaking how I feel, then also remembering that I'm one with every dimension. We are one with every dimension. So before I get into this, I can perceive and I own that we are one with every person I'm going to talk about right now. Remembering our oneness so we can be the solution, the remedy, and not perpetuate these karmic imbalances where we cycle through the dysfunction instead of being energies of remedy and wellness and evolution. Yes, all these folks that was committing crimes, yeah, indictments, yeah, sentences, yeah, lengthy. What else? Sit there and activate in your jail cell to divine remembrance, celestial oneness, galactic consciousness. Firstly, I want to say I don't like how politics are, and we just write it off. Oh, it's politics. Oh, it's politics. Just like the death, disease, war, famine, all that, the stark energies. Oh, it's just nah. I can no longer associate and call myself a member of any party, any political party. I can't do it because I see too much. And none of us should really be doing it because left, right, up and down, we're all in the spectrum of wholeness. And if we magnetize to either side, what do? We're just fighting ourselves. And we see this perpetuated in our government. Whenever you pick a side, you're fighting with yourself. We're dueling with ourselves because we're the spectrum of wholeness. We're not just left. We're not just Democrat. We're not just right. We're not just Republicans. We're not just hot. We're not just cold. We're not just up. We're not just down. We're the spectrum of wholeness. Whenever you're looking at something and judging it from the other side, understanding you're one of the perspectives of the infinite perspectives of the spectrum. And any side that you're looking at of the spectrum, you're only seeing a mirror of yourself in a different dimension or with a different understanding. So if we're fighting with the other understandings, we're only fighting with ourselves. So we now get to drop into our heart space and say, hey, what is the Republicans trying to teach me about myself? Hey, what are the Democrats trying to teach me about myself? Hey, what are the libertarians trying to teach me about myself? Hey, what's the Tea Party trying to teach me about myself? Hey, what are the lords in the parliament over in the UK trying to teach me about myself? Hey, I'm not gonna make that joke. I've been in the spirit, and I can perceive how Canada and the United States of America have a little beef, like transcendence. Why are we beefing for? We're neighbors. Why are we beefing like that? We're neighbors. Like, we share a whole, what is it, a continent? Yeah, we share a continent. We're one. And all things are one, right? The perspective limitations. Because I was in the spirit, I was like, dang. Because I was going to make a joke. I was going to make a joke about Canada. But I'm not going to do that because it's passive aggressive. It's petty. It's fueling that fire of tension. I'm not going to do it. It's like, whatever Canada, respect to Canada and their parliamentary, what are they trying to teach us about ourselves? They can teach us a lot about it. Ooh, let's get into it. Let's go ahead and get into it. They can teach us a lot about ourselves because they look like a democracy. Like, they look like it. It looked like the people vote people in. They, they have their elections. They do stuff like that. And they're a dimension of the royal crown, the British crown. What that mean, baby? Great Britain taps their pockets. I'm sure they pay taxes to Great Britain. I'm sure, they tap their pocket. What that mean? That means that Great Britain controls a lot of stuff that's going on over there in their systems and the way they live. But they have the illusion of being like democracy adjacent. That's what we're gonna call it. What does that tell us about ourselves? We the same thing. We go through the same thing. We have illusions of being a democracy. And then, baby, it's coming to the light. Our government is, baby, we've been on this. Our government is paid by big business, controlled by big business, from not just the United States of America, from other countries and things. Allegedly. And then I'll drop it to the soul space because I'll be watching the coverage. I'll be getting upset and stuff. And I'll be like, oh, I gotta be the wellness. Ashley be the wellness. And I'll drop it to the soul space. Hey, soul, what is it trying to teach me about my soul? And I'll get downloads of wisdoms like, hey, y'all been doing this throughout the cosmos, the galaxies for eons. Different planets, different species. Y'all been dominating yourselves or each other for money, pecuniary interest, materials, or the illusion of the game. Forgetting that y'all the limitless potentials. Thinking y'all just the game. Y'all been doing this for eons. Kill, steal, and destroying for this little illusionary game for eons. Forgetting that y'all could be regeneration consciousness beings. Y'all could be limitless beings and think wellness, think abundance, think form, think, whatever you think, project it, and so shall it be. Instead of fighting each other for crumbs in y'all simulations. Integrated with y'all's limitless forms of y'all's harmony, unity, consciousness. You integrate with unity consciousness when you remember how you're one with all beings. You don't still kill, destroy yourself. You don't still kill, destroy anybody, anything. Because you're one with all beings, all things. The whole spectrum. Everybody, everything that you're looking at is a dimension of yourself or the oneness of all things. Remembering this is step into regeneration consciousness. Think form, think shape. We already have gurus out in the east that already do this. They can think rubies in their hand and open up their hands. There'll be rubies in their hands. And we fighting over crumbs and shit. That's all of our capabilities. When we align with the oneness. The soul be like, y'all been doing this for eons. Many species, races, planets, which are all truly here and now. Y'all's planet is not separate from this galactic history. It's one with it. Y'all just forgot. We're remembering. We're awakening and remembering it. It's like, that's where this comes from, Ashley. I'll sit and I'll be like, shit. I'll be like, dang. I'm like, dang. Like, shit. Here we thought we out here in the cosmos by ourselves. Like, no. We just like our kinfolk. We're one with our galactic kinfolk. And now we're remembering to be the wellness cycles, wellness and balance. No death, no disease, no war, no famine, no peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. So that's what I be having to do. I'll be watching all this coverage. So I was like, I dip down to the art space. Like, so I'm getting turned up. Like, I'll see shit. I'll be getting turned up. Because I'll see leaders of countries, including the United States of America, thinking that having the illusion, the shape and the form that they're dominating and putting money into their own pockets, stealing from the citizens, allegedly all type, raping people, allegedly all types of shit, killing folks, dropping bombs on countries and shit, allegedly. And we know that's true. Like, I just get pissed off. I'm like, and I just drop it to the hard space because I was like, everything's going with me. I gotta be this. I get to be a part of the remedy, the solution. Hey, so what is trying to teach me about myself? Y'all been doing this for eons. It's time to wake up now and be the wellness. Remember how when you look out into reality, you're perceiving different perspectives of the self or the omnipotent power, no longer aligning with the illusion or the form of shit that says you're separate. Remembering the game. Remembering that we're one to elevate our game board, or our simulation, our reality, or our matrix. No death, no disease, no war, no third world peace, no pardon, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. Through the emanation of our energies, our wellness, our expanded consciousness, understanding of ourselves, of our existential fundamental nature. So that's why I can't really pick on Canada, because I know the facts. Like, I'm not gonna just go back and forth with Canada. I'm not gonna do that. And then, again, we're one with all beings, all things. So Bill Clinton went to go testify. He had a deposition with the Congressional Committee today. And all the folks is lying and scheming, and like we can see y'all. Allegedly they lying and scheming. We can see y'all. Left, right, up, down, hot, cold, Democrat, Republican. What different perspectives. I don't know where to start because there's so many perspectives. I'm like, okay, start with Bill Clinton. So allegedly, he's had a lot of allegations. That's not alleged. He's had many allegations over the years for raping women. Many allegations over the years allegedly, but it's not alleged because it'll say allegedly. Many allegations over the years of him raping women. So, and he's all up in these Epstein files. Was on Jeffrey Epstein's plane many times. The Epstein email, the Epstein files. I found a document. Okay, I found a document. I'm about to pull it up right now. I'm not. I'm just joking. But I did find a document, and baby, got me feeling like Olivia Benson, right? I was like, oh, actually, go ahead then. I typed in Bill Clinton in the DOJ Epstein file library. I found evidence. I found a document. Feeling like Olivia Benson, Detective Olivia Benson. I said Ashley, period. Then, and in the email, I have questions about it's not an email. It was a document in the Epstein files. I have questions. I don't know who to. I already talked to the universe about it. I was like, I don't know who to talk to about this. I'll talk to the universe, and baby, let those things manifest. Whatever you ask, let that manifest. Document that I found in the Epstein files. It was a conversation. The to and from were redacted. The names were redacted on the document. Why? The Epstein File Transparency Act. Now at this point, it's kind of funny, but it's not. The Epstein File Transparency Act say you only redact the names of victims. The to and from on this document, they were both redacted. Who do I talk to? Right? What number do I call? Right? Why is this redacted? I need to call baby Greg Abbott. Is he still our governor? I think so. I need to go call Greg Abbott. Why the fuck is this for? Why is this redacted? You got your computer, pull it up right now. Let me pull this shit up right now. We might as well. Let's have fun. Baby, let's not be so serious. But it is a serious situation. But I need to go ahead and cite my sources. I'm going to go ahead and pull up this document right now. I don't need nobody saying, I'm going to tell y'all the file number. Give me 1 second. Yeah, the to and from were redacted. Why is this redacted? Firstly, because that's against the law. Unless these are victims, that's against the law. For this to be redacted like that. The Epstein Transparency Act law. So I'm like, why is that redacted? And then, on that forum, it said that whoever was having the conversation redacted, so we don't know. They said Bill Clinton was on Jeffrey Epstein's plane so and so many times. He was on the island so many times. Why isn't he being questioned? Why isn't he being charged? That was his document. And then a lot of Democratic representatives and media outlets, they were quiet today. I was like, why is the coverage so quiet? Because it'd be really loud in other circumstances. Why is the coverage so quiet about Bill Clinton coming to testify? Like this isn't, y'all can't see a pattern of character and actions. Why y'all don't see the pattern with this man? I know we're all what is he trying to teach us about ourselves? We'll ask this question. Y'all don't see the pattern with this man? He lied to us years ago. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. And we found out he was motherfucking lying. And he said, baby, he said, they asked him, congressional committee, back when he was being impeached back in the 90s. The reason why I remember this, because I saw a clip earlier. They played, one of the news people played it. One of the media outlets played it. When they asked him, so you were lying when you said you never had sexual relations with this woman. He said, it depends on, just trying to be snarky and smart and trying to be too smart about it. It depends on, he just thought he was so clever when he thought of that too. You saw his face light up. He thought he was so clever when he said that shit. Go watch the clip. Cause see how his face lights up when he came up with that bullshit to say. So like, you never had sexual relations with that woman. He's the congressional, whoever it was back in the day in the 90s said, was questioning Bill Clinton, said, the congressional member said, so you were lying when you said you never had sexual relations with that woman. Bill Clinton's response: it depends on what your definition of is. He thought he was Plato, Aristotle. It depends on what your definition of is. Like, gone. I'd be like, gone. It's lunchtime. He not gonna play with me today. Not today. Bill. You can go, Bill, go about your business. You motherfucking lying. We'll see your impeachment form. Signs to deliver it in the mail to the White House, Pennsylvania Avenue. We'll see you later. It does lying. So if you see his character, he's not shy. He's not gonna lie to somebody. He gonna lie. We know this. We know he gonna lie sometimes, and then he has baby. Many women came out and alleged that Bill Clinton raped them over the years. He got an alleged son, illegitimate children allegedly. One of them allegedly is a black man named Danny Williams. Allegedly, no, Danny Williams. Danny Williams Clinton? Danny Williams, allegedly, that's Bill Clinton's son. And where he's from back in Arkansas, in his town, everybody knows it. That's Bill Clinton's son. And full circle moment, I came across his video. He had an interview like over a decade ago, just about a decade ago. Because, reality happens in a pattern. Excuse me, y'all, I really be hungry. And my food's getting cold. Just about a decade ago, I came across Danny William Clinton's video. He was talking about how, I'm pulling up the file, the DOJ file, talking about how Bill Clinton is his daddy, his father. He just never was around or nothing. He just really wants to be acknowledged. Like, that's my daddy. He still does interviews and things. And I saw he came back up into my perspective, and I watched this interview again. I was like, shit, that is, yeah, baby. Allegedly, that's his son. They look alike. They got right in here and the mouth, like right in here and here. Baby, allegedly, that's his son. Allegedly, that's his son. So yeah, it's really quiet today. Like, this man doesn't have a pattern of lying, unsavory character, allegedly raping folks, all types, and it's real quiet. Like, and baby, and then he's all up in the SD files. Let me pull up, and then one of Rise and Multidimensional Wellness and Balance, Virginia Giuffre, said Bill Clinton named Bill Clinton as far when it comes to who she was trafficked to by Ghislaine and Jeffrey Epstein. She named Bill Clinton by name. I'll say allegedly just because. But that she did do that there, allegedly. You're welcome, thank you. So why is it so quiet? When she named this, one of the victims that transcended and wellness and balance multidimensionality, like why is it so quiet? Like why are people why is it so quiet? Like from a lot of Democratic leaning outlets and stuff, news outlets and people. I don't want to hear no excuses for Bill Clinton. Just as much as I don't want to hear excuses for Trump, I don't want to hear excuses for Bill Clinton either. I don't want to hear it at all. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Let me find this document. I don't want to hear it, meaning like it's like it's time to wake up from the illusion. We get to decide who we want to be. If we don't like pedophiles and rapists, call out the motherfucking pedophiles and rapists. Call them out. And make sure they're held accountable. Baby, investigations, indictments, call it out. Call out the behavior. Call out the energy. Don't just act like it's not there because they're part of your political party that you like. No, we get to decide who the fuck we want to be. Regardless of the paradigm dimensionalities, we don't want pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking, death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia in our society. So call the shit out and don't turn a blind eye just because they're a part of your political party or part of whatever, however, no, call the shit out. Call it out. So I was a little upset, had to lean back in the heart space. And like Bill Clinton felt like he still got it. I'm still charming. I don't care how, he's like, I don't care how old I get, but I'm still charming. I'm gonna make those jaws fall off. Anyone make them draws fall off, allegedly. That's how his energy was. Because I like, the soul's like, we want to see if you can perceive it. I was like, yes, I perceive. Transcendence. His baby, is like, baby, I still got it. I still look good. I still got it. I was like, yeah, I perceive. Self-acceptance. What is it trying to teach me about myself, soul? And drop it back into this and garner the wisdoms. Tom's like, shit. Okay, let me find this file. Because... let me find this file, because I didn't have to scroll this far, I don't think. I remember seeing that. Shit, I gotta come back and read this. This is something different. We in the FT files, y'all. I really gotta read through this. I can't, like, I feel like there's a there here. Because before I press on the link, the little thing, it says freerepublic.com, focus bloggers. It's supposed to be about a PD file ring in Adelaide had international links, inquiry into responsive child sex abuse. I have to look at baby Jeffrey Epstein, private island underage sex slaves. Looks like it's an accusation. That's not the one I was talking about though. So I can't just freestyle and like I'm gonna shoot. That's significant. That's something. Ooh, and this man been on the island for what? What was you on the island for, sir? I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. You should want to know, like, why was you on this island so many times? What was you doing? What was you doing on this island so many times? It shouldn't matter what political party. And last live, I said this should be a partisan issue. This should be a partisan issue. I meant bipartisan issue. I was going so fast, I didn't stop myself. I meant it should be a bipartisan issue. This should be a bipartisan issue. I don't care if left, right, up, down, donkey, elephant. Like, why was you at that island? And I don't know how professional I could be if I was a part of that. If I was a senator on that committee, I don't know how professional I could be. Or like, why was you on that island? And I would really be waiting for the answers. Like, why was you on the island so many times? Like, I'd really be waiting for the answers. Like, I'm not supposed to sit here and be bullshit about you. Like, I'm really comfortable. Shit, I came in my PJs today with my bonnet on because I want to let you know I'm mano y mano. We finna have a chat. Why was you on that island, Mr. Clinton? So many times. And you've been I know this is not that case, but you've been accused of rape many times. And then you was on the island many times, allegedly, according to the Epstein files. I said to say there's the pattern of character that seems to be faulty. We just want to get to the bottom, and you were accused by Virginia Giuffre of being one of the people Jeffrey Epstein trafficked her to Bill Clinton by name, allegedly. So we just want to understand. And then we all know that Monica Lewinsky, Bill Clinton, you lied, you got impeached, you lied in front of Congress, perjured yourself, impeached. So there's a pattern here. And then in your statement, your preliminary statement, opening statement that you released to the public so graciously before you came in here today, seems strategic. I'm being sarcastic, gracious. Strategically, you released your opening statement. It seems like you're trying to get ahead of and get ahead of things and shape the narrative. You said in your opening statement that to forgive you, it's been 20 plus years. So if you respond and answer the questions stating I do not recall, it's not to be evasive, but to point to the fact that it's been a long time since you actually hung out with Jeffrey Epstein. That seems a bit manipulative, manipulating the masses to believe that you truly don't recall. When you have a pattern of unsavory character that says you don't want to be revealed or brought to the light, or shown for who you truly are, outside of the charisma and saxophone playing. No more questions. Baby, if I was a Congress member, baby, I would go off. I would clock it. Like, I don't care, Democrat, Republican. Baby, if I leave this room and my party don't support me, baby, I'm going to go to sleep well tonight. Baby, because I was truthful for my soul space and I wasn't bullshitting about nothing. Baby, I bet the universe is asking us, the soul is asking us, who do you want to be? I'm honest. So I'm going to go talk to Bill Clinton. We going to be honest. So I was like, I don't know if I could be a congressional person because I'm going to be honest. I'm finna be honest with you. Why was you on this island, sir? Why? It all seems connected. It all seems very auspicious. Extremely auspicious. I think my phone's about to run out of battery. I need to charge it. Where's my charger? There it is. Where's this Epstein file? Shoot. Ashley. I opened up a file. Bill Clinton, Naomi Campbell. Y'all. Shit. I need to get into that because baby, we gotta. Who do we want to be? Irregardless of our skin folk, what kind of skin folk we are, baby, we gotta call it like it is. Yeah. I gotta look into that. I gotta become greater consciously aware of all this situation. I mean, you can kind of speculate or like dip into the heart space and like look at the energy and kind of speculate what was going on there. Naomi Campbell hanging out with all these folks. You kind of speculate. I want to get some more understanding, conscious awareness, speculating. Allegedly, filling into the energy. And then having an understanding of other models that were actually caught up in the Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell being victims of Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein. They were aspiring models. And apparently this is a running theme in the modeling industry. Like, models being trafficked, sex trafficked to different people. Senators, politicians, politicians, wealthy people. Apparently that's happens often in the industry, the modeling industry, entertainment industry, fashion world. Because Lisa Phillips, she speaks out as an Epstein survivor. She was like, yeah, I was a model. Like, I met. That's how I met Jeffrey Epstein. She was on a shoot in the Caribbean, and one of the girls knew Epstein, and she was like, hey, do you want to come to my friend's island? And it ended up being Jeffrey Epstein after their shoot. And she said she went to the island and she was hanging out with him, and that's how she fell into the Jeffrey Epstein world. And then the CEO of Abercrombie, he went to jail. What happened? He got convicted, right? Yeah, the CEO of Abercrombie, he would allegedly, because I don't remember the charges exactly, but it was some precarious stuff when it comes to like male models for Abercrombie and stuff. Some precarious stuff that was going on there. And then the modeling agency over across seas, the guy that was chummy with Jeffrey Epstein, he got arrested by authorities in Europe because he was doing a similar thing, sex trafficking kids and women, people, allegedly. And he was hung in his cell. He allegedly killed himself in his cell, much like Jeffrey Epstein allegedly. I don't remember his name. I say that as a trend in the modeling, like in the industry, you can look at that pattern. And then there's another person in it was like, is he the Jeffrey Epstein of Canada? Because there's another man, he did a similar thing, trafficking people through the guise and smoke and mirrors of like entertainment and modeling agencies and things like this, using that as a way to like traffic people and launder money and shit like this. The illusion, the game. The game is evolving and elevating. I'm trying to look into that person's name, the overseas, and my soul was like, actually, it's protection. Like, that's why you can't remember right now. It's protection. It's okay. I said, okay, cool. I was like, shit, shoot. So we look at Naomi Campbell, like, and there's a lot of pictures of her hanging out with them, Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, a lot of photos and things. There's actually a photo Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein took Virginia Giuffre with them in a club. It's like a nightlife club scene. There was a picture, and Naomi Campbell was there. And there's all types of people there, and it's like they're in a club. And they had Virginia Giuffre when she was a little kid, like she was a teenager, like under 17 in that club with them. She was like Virginia Giuffre. She was like, yeah, they would take me everywhere they would take me everywhere they went. They would take me all types of places. And she was trafficked, sex trafficked by Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein, allegedly. So it's like, what was Naomi Campbell hanging out with them for? Called it the good life because there's a lot of money to be had in those in that energy. But is it good money? Is it truly the good life? Just because you can pull up to your friend's house and they live in a McMansion on an island. Fuck that McMansion and fuck that island. Why y'all got these little kids here? What the fuck y'all doing? I didn't even, baby, I wouldn't even, I pray to God, I wouldn't even, like, I pray that I would never be that perspective, that manifested to be there to ask the question, what the fuck these kids on this island for? Like, why the fuck am I on the island? Like, you know, why am I on this motherfucking island? You know? Shit. Shit. Transcend the death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking, the illusion of being the game when we are limitless potentials, wellness, balance, no death, no disease, no war, no famine, no peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. Now we're gonna find this document because I gotta give you a document number and then we're gonna close it out, y'all. Okay. Because Olivia Benson would never, right? Or would she though? Because maybe that, baby, she don't have her facts and stuff. She gonna submit all of her evidence. She gonna submit all of her evidence. Oh yeah, and if I hear one more person talk about Trump has been exonerated from all charges. How? To be exonerated, you have to be indicted and prove it not guilty. He has yet to be indicted, and once he gets indicted, I know good and goddamn well he's gonna be found guilty, allegedly. So stop saying he's been exonerated. That's like the office letter that all the Republicans been sent. Say that Trump's been exonerated. Say that. How? He hasn't been indicted he hasn't been indicted and tried. How's he been exonerated? Exoneration, that implies that he's been indicted and tried. He has yet to be. So stop saying it. Y'all sound stupid. Respectfully, y'all sound fucking stupid. Y'all think we're fucking stupid. How the fuck you gonna say exonerated as if he's been indicted? Who do y'all think the American people are? Who do y'all think the people of the world are that's gonna work? Those words are gonna work and we're gonna believe it, be brainwashed to think, oh, Trump is not guilty because he's been exonerated. Who the fuck y'all think we are? He's yet to be indicted and tried. How the fuck is he exonerated? Who y'all think we are that we gonna believe that? Oh, Trump's been exonerated because the representative said so on Fox News. He must be not guilty. He's yet to be indicted and tried. How the fuck is he exonerated? Like, just like we can't pull up, use simple context clues, use a dictionary. Like, that's not even legal jargon. Who y'all think y'all fooling? Like, that irritates me. Like, who you talking to? Who you lying to? Who you trying to prove what to who? What to who? Who you trying to prove what to who? Who are you talking to? When you say Trump's been, who are you talking to? He's yet to be tried, indicted, and tried. So how the fuck is he exonerated? Okay, where's this document? I just had to get off my spirit. Like, so what's trying to teach me about myself? Whenever, I asked that question. And it's like, whenever you're trying to reinforce who you are, you believe the thought patterns that reinforce who you are, not necessarily what is, or what can be, what will be. Oh, this might be better. Epstein versus Rothstein. I think that's why the soul wanted me to find a different document that's more compelling. Hold on, y'all. I wish we could. I should. If I exported this file, I could find the words that I got. Get the words that I'm looking for highlighted. Bill Clinton. Let's see. Let's just scroll for a second. Oh, this is wild. Dang. Oh, how's Bill Clinton in this document? Y'all, hold on, give me a second. Ah, hell no. Heck no. Heck no. No the heck. Mm-mm. 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 Why aren't the Democratic representatives more forthright when it comes to stuff like this? That's why you gotta go look for shit. You gotta educate yourself, because you sure can't expect them to be forthright, because they just trying to reinforce who they are. Baby, whoever's paying them, whoever's keeping them in office, they're just trying to appease these energies versus deciding, being who we want to be, honest, No death, no disease, no war, no famine, no peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. That starts with holding people accountable and investigating these claims. This is literally okay. Let's go ahead and look through the document some more and find this name. Not a certified copy. Drug money, just after drug money. Oh, okay. How long is this document? Okay. Shit. Okay, let's start reading from here. This is document. Never thought I'd be here, but we're here. Okay. This is Epstein Files, DOJ website. File number EFTA. E as in elephant, Frank, Theta Alpha. It's not a joking matter, but how do we all turn into detectives? Because the Department of Justice is not doing their motherfucking job. Right? Oh! Elephant, Frank, Theta Alpha, 02. Oh, okay, let me get serious, y'all. Because it's not a laughing matter, but it's the fact that we didn't turn into detectives because our government, the Department of Justice ain't doing their job. I'm like, shit, let me do it. It's cool, I'll do it, shoot. Pro bono, right? DOJ website, Epstein Files. The file number is Elephant Frank Theta Alpha 02769800.pdf. This is, I'm going to read this first, and I'm going to scroll back to the top to figure out what the document actually is. Like, it looks like it's a lawsuit. It's something from a lawsuit. I just glazed at it, and I just wanted to make sure I found the part with Bill Clinton's name in it, and then we're gonna go back. And that's how I be registering things. Like, I'm being guided by the Spirit, so I'm looking at this, and I'm gonna go back. We're gonna go back to the top. So it's an interview. Someone's being, one of the alleged victims. She's being interviewed. I don't know about who yet. We're gonna scroll back to the top. But this is dialogue. This is an interview. It's not a certified copy. It's a non-certified copy of an interview of an alleged victim. He has a lot of claims on here. I scrolled all the way to about page 25. So this is the person that's interviewing the alleged victim. Just a few other follow-up things. I want to ask you again. If any of these questions are questions that you're uncomfortable in responding to, then don't hesitate to tell me that. Do you have any recollection of Jeffrey Epstein specifically telling you that, quote, Bill Clinton owes me favors, unquote, question mark? The alleged victim. Yes, I do. It was a laugh, though. He would laugh it off. You know, I remember asking Jeffrey, what's Bill Clinton doing here, kind of thing. And he laughed it off and said he owes me a favor. He never told me what favors they were. I never knew. I didn't know if he was serious. It was a joke. Where was here? Where was here? That's the person questioning the alleged victim. Where was here? The alleged victim responding. He told me a long time ago that everyone owes him favors. They're all in each other's pockets. The person, this is the person question. That was the victim. This is alleged victim. This is the person questioning the alleged victim. When you say you asked him, why is Bill Clinton here? Where was here? Alleged victim. on the island. Okay? On the motherfucking island. Okay. Democrat or Republic. I don't understand why people weren't more enthralled to ask why was Bill Clinton on that motherfucking island allegedly. And why Virginia Giuffre stated that she was trafficked to Bill Clinton. She did say that, but let's say he allegedly was, Virginia was allegedly trafficked to Bill Clinton. Why the fuck she say that? Republican, Democrat, if you like cookies or cake, salty or sweeties, salty or sweet snacks. I don't care what, sugar grits, savory grits. I don't care. We should all be like, why the fuck was you on that island? Why does the girl say she was trafficked to you? Why does this document say this like that? Well, all these documents. This is not the only document. This is not the document I seen a couple nights ago. I don't care what's going on. And we mentioned beforehand your record of unsavory character and all the rape allegations over the years. All types. What's going on? I don't care. What the fuck? We gotta get to the bottom and the top of it. I don't care how long ago it was. It is. Because patterns like this don't just stop overnight. That you're not in public office, so you're probably just doing all types of shit under the rug, in the darkness, in the closet. Allegedly. Y'all never watched Law and Order SVU? This shit don't stop because you somewhere. No. It keeps going until you're held accountable. Or hopefully you have a divine encounter and you stop because of divine encounter. Like, let's pray for this. But I don't understand why people are more enthralled and enthused to bring this shit to light. Where's the coverage? Holding everybody accountable. Including Trump. That is not exonerated. Let's look up the definition of exonerated. And then we'll get back to this file. We gotta have a Law and Order, gosh darn, court scene on here because motherfuckers ain't doing their job. They get paid to do this, to make sure the wellness of our culture, our lifestyle, our civilization. Baby, politicians are supposed to be paid to make sure the wellness of the standard of living for citizens is great. And that includes, baby, if you gotta do special committee to hold people accountable because the DOJ is corrupt and is not doing that, okay, then do that. But let's not play left, right. Let's not play hot, cold. Let's not play sugary grits versus savory grits. Let's play, hold everybody accountable. We're every dimension of the spectrum. Baby, Bill Clinton coming in, Trump coming in, be just as excited to get to the bottom of why all these allegations in these Epstein files. Why are you in all these allegations in this motherfucking Epstein files? Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, Leon Black, Les Wexner, allegedly, all these folks. Why y'all in this? Like, what's going on? Oxford Languages, exonerate, especially of an official body, absolve someone from blame for a fault or wrongdoing, especially after due consideration of the case. What do we call due consideration of the case, actually, in our society? A viable investigation of the allegations. And after the viable investigations, indictments, trial. Exonerate, Oxford Languages, second definition, release someone from a duty or obligation. Okay. So the alleged victim, he told me a long time ago that everyone owes him favors. They're on each other's pockets. Again, this is Epstein file, DOJ, document number, Elephant Frank Theta Alpha 027698000.pdf. Person questioning the alleged victim. When you say you asked him why is Bill Clinton here, where was here? The alleged victim on the island. The person questioning the alleged victim. When you were present with Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Clinton on the island, who else was there? Alleged victim, Ghislaine, Emmy, and there was two young girls that I could identify. I never really knew them. Ghislaine, Emmy, and there was 2 young girls that I could identify. I never really knew them well anyways. It was just 2 girls from New York. Person questioning the alleged victim. It all seems so mystical. Baby, this is the act. Go look it up yourself. That was the actual file number. The person questioning the alleged victim. And we're all on the island, including Bill Clinton. The alleged victim. That's correct. He had about 4 or 5 different villas on his island, separate from the main house. And we all said, baby, I thought I was about to go out. I was like, God, baby, I'll speak, baby, y'all night. Nah, y'all not finna shut this down. But it's no y'all. But I was like, please don't shut this down, because like, we're cooking with hot grease. We're cooking with hot grease. Okay, I'm glad it didn't disconnect. Okay. Victim on the island. Person questioning the victim. When you were present with Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Clinton on the island, who else was there? Alleged victim. Ghislaine, Emmy, and there was 2 young girls that I could identify. I never really knew, that I couldn't identify. That I could identify. I never really knew them well anyways. It was just 2 girls from New York. The alleged victim. And were all of you staying at Jeffrey's house on the island, including Bill Clinton? Question mark. Alleged victim. That's correct. He had about 4 or 5 different villas on his island, separate from the main house, and we all stayed on the villas. It's so beautiful and wild. Not the fact that this is happening, like this it exists, but earlier, like my mind was having a hard time wrapping around the fact that this man was doing all this shit on these motherfucking islands. I was like, and then the soul was like, Ashley, he's not the only one. Baby, these are operations that happen all over the planet, all types of islands and all types of oceans. Like, he's not the only one doing shit like this. I was like, shit. And I had a hard time wrapping around my synapses around this understanding. I was like, he was doing what on these motherfucking islands? I was like, ah. And here it is. I was like, because earlier I want to hear a victim talk about it. I want to hear an alleged victim, like a victim, an actual person that was there. I want to hear them talk about it. Because I was like, my brain, I was like, I can't even, like, it was hard for me to understand, like, wrap my mind around it. And here's this document. I was like, why can't I find the document I was looking for? And I was like, okay, the soul wants me to find a different document. And here it is. Elephant Frank Theta Alpha 0276980.pdf. The person interviewing, questioning the alleged victim. And were all of you staying at Jeffrey's house on the island, including Bill Clinton? Alleged victim, that's correct. He had about 4 or 5 different villas on his island, separate from the main house. And we all stayed in the villas. Person questioning the alleged victim. Were sexual orgies a regular occurrence on the island at Jeffrey's house? I wasn't expecting this, but the soul was like, Ashley, you said you couldn't believe it. Understand, when you're ever reading a story or looking, you're either consciously or subconsciously like being present in that moment or dipping into the frequencies of that moment. Or dipping into the frequencies of that moment, so you're perceiving in so many infinite ways of what's going on in that moment. So I'm just like, yee, because I can feel the energy, but I don't want to. Ah. And we're all the person questioning the victims. The internet started to act up. So let me let's move it along. The person interviewing it's fine. Let's speak wellness. It's fine. The live is not going to cut off. Speak wellness. Person interviewing the alleged victim. And were all of you staying at Jeffrey's house on the island, including Bill Clinton, the alleged victim? That's correct. He had about 4 or 5 different villas on the island, separate from the main house, and we all stayed in the villas. Alleged victim were sexual. That was the alleged victim, and this is the person questioning the victim. Were sexual orgies a regular occurrence on the island at Jeffrey's house? The alleged victim, yes. Period. The person questioning the alleged victim. I'm saying alleged victim, even though she's marked as victim. They're marked as victim. I'm saying alleged victim because it seems. Let's give this benefit of the doubt. Okay. No, in no way meaning to justify the victim's experience or invalidate the victim's experience. That's what I'm doing by saying alleged victim. It's not to invalidate at all. It's just okay. Person in questioning the alleged alleged victim. If we were to take sworn testimony from the people I'm going to name, and if those people were to tell the truth about what they knew, do you believe that any of the following people would have relevant information about Jeffrey's taking advantage of underage girls? So I'll just name, y'all. I didn't mean to look, baby. Baby, we're here. But I ain't mean to come across Elephant Frank Theta Alpha 02769800.pdf. Whoa, this is not the document I saw a couple nights ago, mind you. Okay? Whoa. I haven't seen this document before because I've barely been up in the Epstein files. But the soul guided me here because I was asking these questions earlier. I was like, baby, there was raping kids on these islands. They were really doing that here. I was like, how the fuck? I was like, I believe it because I don't want to manifest it to believe it. I don't want to be a show about the motherfucking island in the room to believe the shit. I'm like, I don't need to do that to believe it. So if you telling me that's what it is, I believe it. What's it supposed to teach me about myself? Let me get the energy, the wellness. Let me get the wisdoms. Let me get the balance. I don't need to manifest in the motherfucking room to believe it. No, thank you. So let me get the, and baby, here's the document. Shit. Okay. Let's back it up and let's shit, I'm sorry, no. I didn't mean to come. Like we're here now, but did we mean to come across a smoking gun, baby? Did they have this? Did we mean to do that? Come across a smoking gun document? And we don't like violence. We don't like weapons and things. But did we mean to do that? The soul says, yes, actually we did. Okay, we're here. Yeah. Okay, let's back it up and let's keep reading. Okay, we're here. All right. Ooh, I'm a little scared. Ooh. Okay. The person questioning the alleged victim. Were sexual orgies a regular occurrence on the island at Jeffrey Epstein's house? The alleged victim, yes. Don't cut off. We got this, baby. This is a lot. Okay. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna put this food down. Let me put the food down. Let's read this. Let's go ahead and get through it, y'all, before shoot. Okay. Alleged victim. Person questioning the alleged victim. If we were to take a sworn testimony from the people I'm going to name, and if those people were to tell the truth about what they knew, do you believe that any of the following people would have relevant information about Jeffrey's taking advantage of underage girls? So I'll just name a name. And you tell me, so I'll just name a name. You tell me yes if they told the truth. I think they have relevant, okay. Read this one more time. Person interviewing the alleged victim. If we were to take sworn testimony from the people I'm going to name, and if those people were to tell the truth about what they knew, do you believe that any of the following people would have relevant information about Jeffrey's taking advantage of underage girls? So I'll just name a name, and you tell me yes if they told the truth. I think they'd have relevant information, or no, I don't think they would, or I don't know whether they would or not, or I don't know whether they would or not. Okay? Question mark. You understand? Question mark. Alleged victim. Yes. Person questioning the alleged victim. Okay. Les Wexner. Alleged victim. Alleged victim. I think he has relevant information, but I don't think he'll tell you the truth. So who the fuck face y'all playing in? Now, babe, now I'm getting back into the limitations and things. Like, when I say y'all, I mean, like, the politicians and stuff. Like, playing like this is a fucking... Pull up the documents and ask the questions. Let's get through this, y'all, because, baby, I ain't never had the internet glitch like this before. Pull up the documents and ask the questions. Yes. Oh, person asking the alleged victim. Okay, Les Wexner. victim. I think he has relevant information, but I don't think he'll tell you the truth. Woo! I don't know where to put this smoking gun. Elephant Frank Theta Alpha 02769800.pdf Jeffrey Epstein file DLJ website .dlj.gov, the government website. Person questioning the alleged victim. Okay. Okay, Les Wexner, alleged victim. I think he has relevant information, but I don't think he'll tell you the truth. Person questioning the alleged victim. Okay. Alan Dershowitz, alleged victim. Yes. Alleged victim. Person interviewing the alleged victim. David Copperfield, alleged victim. Don't know. Person interviewing the alleged victim. Tommy Mottola, alleged victim. Don't know. Ooh. Person interviewing the alleged victim. Prince Andrew, the alleged victim. Yes, he would know a lot of truth. Again, I don't know how much he would be able to help you, but seeing he's in a lot of trouble these days, I think he might. So I think he may be valuable. I'm not too sure of him. Oh! Love and wellness, peace and balance, divine evolution. I'm like, shit. The person interviewing the victim, alleged victim. Okay, Virginia. I think that's all I have for you. This is Virginia Gruffet being questioned. And I didn't have a conscious awareness of this, but we started talking about her. Telling that she was trafficked to Bill Clinton allegedly. We were talking about that earlier, channeling about that earlier, and I was guided to Virginia Gruffet's deposition, one of her depositions. Whoa. Okay, Virginia. Whoa. I had, like, her spirit came to me, like, for us to heal together, and I had some fear around it. Transcendence, that's what we're doing right now. That's what y'all are doing right now. That's what we're doing right now. Whoa, beautiful. You're welcome, thank you. She said, thank you. You're welcome, thank you. For your bravery and tenacity and resilience. Thank you. Likewise, thank you. Whoa. Okay, Virginia. I think that's all I have for you. Let me tell you what I would like to do. As I told you in the beginning of this conversation, we've been recording it. And hopefully we've got a clear enough recording so that we've taken down everything accurately. And when it's transcribed, it will be clear and accurate. But I would like what I would like to do is transcribe it, send it to you. Send it to you. Have you take a look at it. And if there's anything that we got wrong in the statement, you can write back. You can make changes in the transcript so that the transcript is accurate. Is that fair? Virginia, no worries. That is fair, no problem. The person interviewing Virginia. All right, great. I really do appreciate that. And tell me when the best way is to send the transcript to you. Virginia, email. If you just want to send it by email, or if you want to send it by mail, either or. The person interviewing Virginia. Okay, give me your email address, if you would, please. Virginia, her email's redacted. The person interviewing Virginia. Let me read that back to you. Email redacted. Virginia, yep, that's it. BE. Thank you, Jenna. Thank you, Jenna. Appreciate it. I don't know who BE is. That's a different person stepping in. Thank you, Jenna. Appreciate it. Virginia, no problem, Brad. Oh, Brad. Okay, it's Brad. It's Brad, y'all. No problem, Brad. Her attorney. Oh, it's Virginia Giuffre's attorney at the time. Virginia, no problem, Brad. Person interviewing, deposing, Virginia. Thank you very, very much. Bye-bye now. Virginia, take care, Jack. Nice meeting you. Jack, or person interviewing Virginia. You too. Redaction has been made at the request of the victim. Whoa, y'all. What a powerful experience. So scrolling back to the top of the first page of the file, Epstein, DOJ website, FC Transparency Act files. Elephant, Frank, Theta Alpha, 0276980.pdf. Jeffrey Epstein, plaintiff versus defendants. Scott Rothstein, individually, redacted individually, and LM individually. Notice of filing. Comes now the defendant, counterclaimant, name redacted by and through his undersigned counsel, and hereby files an attached transcript of the telephone interview of redacted to supplement the proffer made in support of counterclaimant's motion for leave to amend the assent punitive damages. I here certify that the true and correct copy of the foregoing has been furnished by U.S. mail to all counsel on the attached list on this 17th day of May 2011. 2011, y'all. It's 2026. It's 2026. This shit has been going on for a long time. And there's been plenty of evidence, documents for a long motherfucking time, dating back to like the soul says the 80s actually, that our government has had. Where the fuck are how are you gonna say exonerated? Where's the investigations at? Hillary Clinton herself said. She sat yesterday. She said sex trafficking, human trafficking is a big problem on our planet, in our society. She said it her fucking self. And she said when she was in office, she tried to help. She did what she could to help with sex trafficking, human trafficking, all this type of shit. She knows it herself. What are we doing to amend this? What are we doing to end this? When we have all the evidence, but nothing is enacted on, because the soul says, Ashley, full circle moment. We've been calcified as a game for eons. The imbalances, taking that on as our truth. Blood money, getting money any means possible. Even if it came to death, even with death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking. So we're looking for the accolades of money, which came with the death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking a lot of the times in these dimensions. And now we're awakening. Remember, we're the omnipotent presence, having the illusion of finite. And we're truly one with every dimension of finite that we perceive, in which we perceive. That's in every dimension of finite is truly limitless. I want to thank y'all so much for joining this, my Facebook community live. If you're watching within the Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips, Timeless Catalog, like, subscribe to join the Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips' journey to a healed and balanced human culture, planet Earth. If you're joining within the Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment Catalog, subscribe to join the Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment journey to conscious awareness that we've always been oneness and balance. If you're watching Ashley Nicole Music on YouTube, subscribe, like, share again to join, to be a part of my offerings in which I share as we grow and evolve into greater conscious awareness, celestial oneness, universal alignment for the upliftment and regeneration of all things, celestial, universal oneness, consciousness, unity, consciousness, embodiment, beingness. Again, my name is Ashley Nicole Phillips. I am a channel for the divine. We just talked about my podcast, where you can find those YouTube and Spotify. Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips on YouTube and Spotify. Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment on YouTube. My music, Ashley Nicole Music, is available to stream for free on YouTube. A lot of healing frequencies, wisdoms, remembrances in my music. I hope you enjoy it. I also have a intuitive dancing show called Dancery. Bring your dancing shoes. It's in a workout, fun disposition. I'm also a home chef. I enjoy cooking. Magic Meals with Ashley Nicole Phillips is available to stream for free on YouTube. Whatever the ancestors of soul tell me to put in the pot, the pan, and the baking dish, this is what we put into the pot, the pan, the baking dish. My books. I channeled 3 books. It's actually a parcel set, a book set. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. It's been a part of my awakening journey. It still is, and I hope it's intended to. Hope it is activates you into divine remembrance, celestial oneness, unity, consciousness, limitless potentials, wellness, and balance. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, again, is a 3-part book series. The first 2 books. First book, Coming Home, the Story of Asya. Second book, The Story of Asya, I'm Home. Asya is a teenage girl growing up in the New York City foster care system. She's catalyzed onto her spiritual awakening journey when she meets her twin flame Chase in the hallway of her school, Manhattan Prep. She goes through a lot of experiences in which align and remind her of the oneness in which she is with all things, within and with all things. To allow her to be the limitless potentials, to manifest with her energy, emit a reality that reflects, mirrors her limitless potentials, her wellness and balance, for the upliftment and regeneration of all things. The third part of the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is My Other Half. My Other Half is a twin flame divine counterpart journey back home to God inside. One soul manifests as 2 bodies over many lifetimes as human beings of planet Earth. They know they're supposed to co-create a love and a life together. Each lifetime says that their love can't work. They will co-create a love and a life together. Which lifetime, under which circumstances, the books are prophetic. I also have an animated series. Asya Story, the animated series, is available to stream for free on YouTube. The multidimensional experiences in which I have conscious awareness of, I channel into the animated series. You can go to AP Short Stories on YouTube to stream the animated series for free at this time. If you go to the latest Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips transmission, or Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment transmission, go into the description. You'll be able to see the links to purchase the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. Take you straight over to the Amazon bookstore. If you're doing digital downloads, it's 3 separate downloads, 3 separate purchases, 3 separate downloads, $29.97 plus tax for all 3 books, so 1 book set. If you're doing paperback copies mailed to your home, it's 2 bindings. The first part, Coming Home, the Story of Asya, which are the books, The Story of Asya, which are the books. The Story of Asya is with the first binding, which includes the books. The Story of Asya, I'm Home, followed by Coming Home, the Story, which includes the books. Coming Home, why am I getting that backwards? It's Coming Home, the Story of Asya, followed by The Story of Asya, I'm Home. This is Asya's story, the first binding. The second binding is My Other Half. 2 bindings for all 3 books, $29.98 plus tax, nonetheless, mailed to your home. Again, go to the latest Kingdom Things Podcast installment on YouTube and Spotify. Go into the description so you can tap on the links to take you straight over to my books. Because there are other books in the Amazon bookstore with similar titles. I want to make sure y'all get to my books. And then also in the description, you'll find the channel, AP Short Stories on YouTube, to stream Asya Story, the animated series, for free. I love you. Love on yourself. Self-love is the best love because you have to love yourself in the way in which you want your reality to love you back. Self-love is the best love because you are loving your truth. Choose to give that love to yourself first. Self-love is the best love because it helps you be, embody your limitless potentials consciously. Thank you, ancestral forces. Thank you, Virginia Gouffre, for your tenacity, resilience, soul, spirit. Help manifest co-creating this space and time. No death or disease, no war, no famine, no peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. Again, I love you. Love on yourself. Self-love is the best love because you have to love yourself in the way in which you want your reality to love you back. Self-love is the best love because you are loving your truth. Choose to give that love to yourself first. Self-love is the best love because it helps you be, embody your limitless potentials consciously. See y'all later. Bye.
I thought I had awakened from the crypt.
If you read the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, now available in the Amazon bookstore, you would know that in my dimensional universe of origins, I was incubated for the first 3 to 4 years of my life.
Asia, do you want to eat out for breakfast?
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds great.
Are you okay?
Hey, my name is Asia, and I am an interdimensional being. I know. I just found out myself. Everything that I thought was my truth was a lie. I chose to continue this life because of the one thing that I know isn't a lie. Love.
You seem a bit shaken. I energetically sensed you were working through some things. I didn't pry too much. I wanted to respect your process.
Possible timeline outcomes. Below divine order. Highest timeline. Highest timeline. Every energy I have encountered as a soul. So, not just this lifetime, was part of my process of becoming. I had to acknowledge myself or my process or every energy I have encountered in order to fully embrace my divine presence. And so it is, and so it is, with ease and grace. My journey of self-realization has been just that, a journey. Is just that, a journey. Now that I am embodying more of the energies of my existential truths, I am being aligned with opportunities that allow me to not only redefine my contributions to the planet by seeding my authentic soul energies into the planet, which contributes to a healthy and balanced human culture. I get to experience a more exuberant reality that reflects my authenticities.
Hello, Asia.
Hello.
Do you know what I am?
You're Melvin the Great.
Yes, you are correct. Can I show you something?
Show me something?
You are magic.
How did we?
Are you ready to see more?
Yeah, you see, I am Sir Melvin the Great.
I felt so. But you have trepidations?
Yeah, I'm sure in your first, I don't know what you would call it, evolutionary cycle training day of transcending realities in your waking state, you had some trepidation too.
Are you kidding me? I was born a pro. Shall we transcend to another reality? Sounds like the storm is moving closer.
The moon?
Sure, dear Asia. If you presume this to be the moon it is.
I think I'm understanding. All is the mind. We project and create our reality with our minds. Allowing myself to embody these understandings and experience myself or these understandings in a greater way is the journey.
Precisely. You pick up rather quick for an earthling.
Thank you, Sir Melvin the Great. I have a knowing that this is just the beginning. Meeting and learning from the ancestors, my ancestors, your ancestors. I am being guided to utilize the wisdom I procure to create. I was gifted with soul knowings in regards to what I intended to create on a soul level or God level. Whenever God or creation requires a dimension or aspect in order to evolve and or rejuvenate, the aspect or dimension comes into being or creation, procreation. What am I procreating? A human culture with no death, no disease, no poverty, no famine, no war, world peace. Remember, Asya, you can't do it alone.
You don't want to do it alone.
As an infinite soul, I have had infinite relationships that subconsciously created dissonance within myself. Dissonance that kept me from realizing internal validation and feelings of worthiness of who I am in my honest truths, in my truest truths. Unconditional love, which made it difficult for me to be unconditionally loving to all things, all people. Let's be grateful. End with a celebratory note. Utilize this wisdom, soul divine alignment, to create harmony and peace instead of war and chaos. And so it is.
My name is Asya, and I'm a teenage witch. Just kidding. I am a starseed. My story is much like humanity's story. I awakened to some pretty spectacular things about myself. Coming home, the story of Asya, followed by the story of Asya, I'm home. The book series that introduces the book. After returning from the day's trip, I have read my Atum's letter. He speaks of my father releasing him from imprisonment and the fate of death. He pleads for us to run away together. This plea is one of which there is no state to decline. My other half, available in the Amazon bookstore. I feel as though I was born here on Earth to find you. I was created to find my person, the unconditional love literature person, now available in the Amazon bookstore. The secular, non-secular business. Antiquated. We don't need it anymore. We can allow ourselves to enjoy our human experiences. Our human experiences have 0 degrees of separation from the divine. So, morning bagels and grocery shopping, guilt-free. And always remember to have a concerted focus on allowing light to reveal where I can be more balanced, well, universally aligned, and loving. Vulnerable share, because sharing ourselves with the world is another degree of intimacy with the self. A little soul serenation.
I open doors with the curiosity self. I open doors and curiosity in my body. My temperance, magic in my body. We are my body. My temperance, bio-body. We are our magic that's held inside. Sprang from the earth, my body. Evolution with the divine magic that's held inside. Came in and out my body to assist with the paradigm. It's so divine. Came in and out. It's so down all divine. My body is so all defined as a vine. Human gratitude all defined as a vine. My existence stands from universal love. My existence, I exist from the dreams of us love. My ancestors, I exist through the dreams of my ancestors.
Here's where I get into my haka therapy, as prescribed by the Mayan and Olmec ancestors.
Hey Ash, received your request for companionship, so I thought I'd give you a ring.
Nice for you to call. Yeah. Universal forces are answering and asking about my requests, which are eons old. Now that I identify as more than just my human, I am garnering understandings that these requests are eons old. Now that I identify as my limitless potentials.
You got it. Irregardless of any preconceived notions you may hold, the galactic communities of the galactic creation are inspired and enthusiastic about the activation of the bipedal human into your divine presence. Remember, Ashley, evolution is a journey, not a race. An infinite journey at that. The spawning of the bipedal human, or God, limitless potentials, in the tangible, is an eons-old quest for the Creator, our Creator, to cultivate an unconditional love and compassion that creation needs and needed. You are your companion. Learn to love without the fear of losing love.
Spoken like a true great sage. Yes, I am practicing cultivating thought patterns and energies that grow love that isn't afraid of losing love. It is super cool to perceive how the self, or universal forces, responds to my changes in energetic embodiments.
Have fun, Ashley. And remember, be balanced, wellness, and kind.
Great talking to you too, Em.
As it is always a pleasure speaking to you as well, Ashley.
Talk to you again soon.
We made it. I was on